big cup pasatita, yep, on a mic.
Alright. Press record flow naturally, I'm riding a bike.
Alright. Send a DM to someone I like, come on, be a guest.
Alright. If it's just Chang and Hoff, it's a yapping duet. Okay, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Chang Hoff Pod. Today, we are joined by our lovely guest, Aaron.
Yo, what's good, you guys? It's your boy. It's your Boyington. Your Boyington the third. Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt the third.
Yeah.
The third.
Exactly.
Is here.
With two Z's.
With two Z's.
Yeah. Where's the Z's? I don't know.
Where's the Z's? They not... Never mind. I had a joke, but I didn't really have a joke. I have concepts of a plan.
I have concepts of a joke.
I have concepts of a joke. I'm not president, so I don't know. Starting off strong.
Yeah.
Starting off this episode real strong with the Trump impersonation.
All right, Aaron. We just made an awesome song.
Yeah, we did. It was really cool. It's like Squills and Mike and who else? And Cash Cobain.
Yeah, little cash.
Like had a baby. It really is like.
There's
I
some
feel
Travis
like
Scott in there.
Yeah, some Travis Scott. Like it really, just the essence. It really truly is some Pilot Jones shit when you think about it. This is just a fucking salad of shit that like is like loosely related, but then just doing it all at the same time. Squills, Travis Scott, Mike, Cash Cobain.
And it works.
And it works.
I think.
It works.
We'll see.
It's really cool.
It works. It was great.
really cool. Yeah, that beat was sick.
Shout
Mr.
out AJ.
Yeah, that beat was fucking sick. That shit was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, we're out here. And we're for real. And we know where you live.
I feel like you're so far away.
Can I pull up?
I mean,
Pull
you
this
can
up. Pull this up. Scooch over here.
so yeah, y'all talked before when I was traveling. You guys did the spin-off Gang Pod.
Yes, we did the Gang Pod.
I enjoyed listening to that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate listening to myself.
Oh. Well, other people like listening to you.
That's
Yeah, they do.
interesting
Shouts out.
as a musical artist.
Is it? I feel like a lot of artists cringe at their own voice. Or just like it's
or
just
people in general. I
yeah,
think
people in
that's
general.
That's pretty universl.
You know what I'm saying?
You
like
hear yourself on video and be like, delete that.
well, it's because it's kind of surprising, isn't it? It's like, oh, that's how I sound.
Yeah, because it sounds different in your head.
Yeah, but honestly, recording has been helping with that. Like,
Yeah.
Just being on the mic and recording, and like having that play back into your ear as you do it. It's just it helps. It helps kind of as it is with everything. It's like a muscle memory thing. Like being on the mic, being on any kind of mic, being in front of a camera. It just takes time to get used to type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like that off guard moment, you know what I'm saying, of like the first time, or like if it's been a while and you haven't seen yourself on camera. And you see yourself on camera, you're like, oh, fuck, what the fuck?
Oh, that's what I look like?
I looked completely different in my head. And then, hearing yourself sometimes, like if you haven't really like heard your recorded voice, because like it's not a lot of times where that happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever been on the phone and like talking to somebody and then you could hear yourself, like what you just said? You're like, oh, that's what I fucking sound like. I'm going to stop talking now. I think I'm done talking, actually. Nah, but yeah, so it's a little odd. But, we're here, I'm doing it. I'm getting used to it. I feel like there's like a layer of like anxiety you have to push through when starting something new. I feel like before let me not say you. Let me not project out onto whoever. But me, there's like a layer of anxiety that I have to work through before like myself really begins to shine through in whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So type shit. That was my first pod. It was my virgin podcast.
Yeah. I'm glad that you came back. It sucks that we have so little time. I wish we could just talk for 3 hours straight. What
we can, you guys want to do parts? You know what I'm saying? You want to leave this shit off on a cliffhanger?
Part one.
Yeah, and then we just come back and then like do part two. Cause I fuck with y'all. So
yeah, we could go do something. It could be like some kind of location pod or like activity pod.
Whatever y'all want to do, bro. I'll just come back. We don't have to put no bells and whistles on that bitch, bro. I'll just come back, bro. I'll just come back and we can just hang out. It's whatever.
But like you were saying though, I feel like I notice on, especially if somebody hasn't done something like this before, there's some point like 20-30 minutes in where you can tell they forget that it's
that
anything,
we're doing it, yeah.
and it just becomes regular conversation
Type shit.
But yeah, I think whether it's learning or just adjusting, you get to a point where you forget that it's being recorded or that it's supposed to be even structured, and then you're just talking to people, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
And it's like how long does it take you to lock into that?
Literally.
To like find that feeling?
Honestly, find that same kind of feeling present even when I'm singing a song. Especially in musical theater, right? You're singing something that you didn't write, you know what I'm saying, that somebody wrote, and you kind of have to attune your voice to it. A lot of times, like when I'm singing, like throughout the song, I'll catch a point where I'm like, oh, I'm warm now. Like, I'm comfy into the song. Something I've been trying to achieve as a singer is being able to start the song there. I think a lot of that might have to do with warm up. Yeah. And how you warm up, but that's just something that I've been thinking about a lot too.
Do you feel like there's a definite physical part of that where you just have to warm up your voice before, or do you feel like there's parts of it that you can kind of like mentally think yourself through it and come into the song warm?
I think it leans more towards like a physical thing, but I think a lot of it is mental. A lot of singing in general is mental. Like one of the first and the most important rules is like if you want to sing, bro, you got to sing like you like your voice type shit, and that's a completely mental thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, most of it I feel like is physical, but there is a significant like metaphysical, mental aspect to it.
Yeah, I
probably
feel
like they probably coincide. Sorry.
No, you're good. I feel like you're someone who it seems like you've got a lot of hours into performing. I feel like y'all are always playing shows.
Yeah, I mean, especially like when we started, like that's was kind of our philosophy. We just soaked up playing as many shows as we could. I mean, that's just kind of what I'm about. I'm a very tactile person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to play, bro. I want to play shows. I want to practice. I want to rehearse. I want to fucking be in the studio making stuff. Yeah. I want to, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I stopped showing up to school for real. So I stopped showing up to college. Kids, stay in school. Or don't. I'm not your dad. Anyway, fucking I stopped showing up to school. Because I was going to school for drama, like for like acting. But I didn't feel like most of my workload was not acting. You know what I'm saying? Most of my workload, I wasn't actually doing any acting. I had one class where I remember we worked on a play, like acting out scenes from a play. And that was one class in like junior year. So, but yeah. I'm a very tactile person. We do play a lot. I love to play, as much as I can for real. You know what I'm saying? Without letting it get old.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about performing in that whole experience?
My favorite part about performing? It's like making the music I want to hear in the world, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best part of performing. Like, I'm always miffed when I'm performing if I can't hear certain parts of the song. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I guess I just love the music so much that I want to be in it as it's being made. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in it, and I want to... It's like having your cake and wanting to eat it too, I guess. It's like I want to be in it and make it at the same time. So, yeah, I guess my favorite part of performing is just kind of being in the music, being, you know, the song that I want to hear. Just, you know, I guess being a part of that. But I think something a little more honest and consistent that I can say is my favorite part. It's probably just the catharsis. Just the, you know, I was the kid that they sat outside of class in kindergarten because I couldn't stop, like, moving my leg type shit. So, like, it's fun to have a place where I can go and no one can be like, you're too loud. You're doing too much. Like, you're running around too much. You're da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Performing, like, was a very early outlet for my ADHD. So, like, going into, like, you know, choir and shit like musical theater, that was, like, I think those two things are very related.
Yeah, because that's a space where that same thing, instead of being called out for, you're celebrated for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, all right, shake your leg and like jump around and project and
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It literally just gave me a great space to just kind of be and explore the, I guess, what some would say are the less couth parts of myself. I mean, not me. I wouldn't say that. Probably some hating ass elderly, you know what I'm saying? Middle-aged, sad motherfucker. would say that. Elderly.
Hospice motherfuckers.
Hospice face ass. Nigga. Oh. Never mind.
So do you feel like, okay, here's a question, right? You want to make the songs and the music that you want to hear in the world. So you really enjoy your music. How do you feel about other people really enjoying your music? Because, for example, like just this little mixtape that we've made and just people kind of like singing parts here and there of other people's songs, I'm like, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
How do you know it? Like, I know you've listened to it, but like, how is it in your head?
So it's even crazier because like I'm like really harsh on myself. So a lot of the time with my music, I'm like, you missed a mark, if not the mark. There's some mark that you missed. You know what I'm saying? It's me talking to myself. So when people are like, oh, this is good, I'm like, don't fucking lie to me, bitch. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little bit of that. It's like, stop fucking lying to me. Shit is terrible. But, you know, that's just like my like saboteur type shit that like lives rent free in my head. Fucking. So like it's crazy. I guess it triggers a little bit of that. But so it's always just an opportunity to exercise balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's like this book, The 4 Laws or The 4 Agreements. One of them is to not take anything personal. You know what I'm saying? So whenever someone's like, it's so good, I'm like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm taking that personal. I'm not taking that personal, but I'm also not taking the voice in my head telling me, bro, this shit is trash. This shit is trash, and that person doesn't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because there very much is that voice, and I very much do have to like not listen to that voice. So yeah, like it always, whenever that happens, it's just like an exercise, or you know what I'm saying, at mindfulness, at being mindful, like, oh, I'm self-sabotaging, let me get my head out of my ass. Thank you, I'm glad that you like that. Yeah. It's not about my ego and anything like that. So that's usually how I feel.
It seems like a lot of mental mind games that you got to play on yourself just to make sure that you're staying grounded and balanced.
It's like a puppet. It's like a puppet thing. It's like a I'm pulling this string to make this part move. I'm pulling this string to, but yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's strategies, like, because if I let this shit run unchecked, bro, like I'm literally my own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? So I really do have to physically like tug my head out of my own ass.
And do you feel like you've been getting better at that?
Yeah, I think knowing when it's happening is like half the battle. Being able to recognize like that, oh, that's not my voice. That's the voice of a hater that doesn't pay rent, that lives between my temples. Bitch ass nigga. I see. You live here, you don't pay for groceries, and you just take up my energy and make me miserable. Got it. But yeah. So like, you recognizing it helps a lot. And I think I am getting a lot better at that. You know, before I wouldn't have known how to answer that question. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have come up with some bullshit. But like that's a part of it. Knowing that, oh, like that's just a self-sabotage thing in my brain. Alarm ringing off right now. This is not actually like my inner narrative. This is not like the core of my truth, or the truth that is at my core. It's just like a reaction to anxiety. You know what I'm saying?
It's not reality. It's just a version of reality that your brain has come up with. That is just purely false.
Yeah, literally. Well, it's like, you know how they say, it's like, even if something is not real, if you feel like it's real, does it matter if it's real or not? You know what I'm saying? It's like if I can make your nerves feel like I punched you in the face without moving my arm, does it matter that I didn't throw a punch? You know what I'm saying? Or did I just punch you in the face? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was thinking about that on the drive here. There was this interlude on Ray Khalil's album that was saying something similar to this, but I was thinking about the idea of like your reality is kind of just the things you pay attention to.
Yeah.
Because if you just stop paying attention to something, not to say that it won't exist, but it's no longer part of your reality, especially for something that's like just an inner narrative.
Yeah, I mean, in a very like, you can get on some like you could get to a place you could be like, well, technically it doesn't exist. Like, technically, like anything outside of like, to a certain amount of people, anything outside of that frame, anything outside of that frame, it could be anything. We're in Schrodinger's box right now, like literally. But we don't have to. We don't have to get that head ass about it. Bro. I know. Like, I know what you meant.
Well, technically.
Well, actually, if you think about it, with you, the probability of the things that are happening outside of your purview.
No, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like so much of our experience is just the things we decide to pay attention to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the core of the idea is like, oh, like I can relinquish power from this thing. Like this thing is trying to pull my focus towards this, and I don't have to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever somebody's like, "Oh, good job," I don't have to. I don't have to like, you know, I don't have to then like think about. I can make the choice not to think about all the things that I felt not satisfied with in whatever performance or whatever I just did. You know what I'm saying? I can choose to focus on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So
you can choose to focus on the positive.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's
Because people don't have to compliment you.
They don't.
They chose to compliment you.
Exactly.
Just as you're choosing to accept it.
exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
They're choosing to No, yeah. Fucking you low key stunned me with that. Edit numbers right here. Fuck. Smoke comes out my ears. Nah, yeah. Anyway, what were you gonna say? We have to move on from this.
Yeah, I was gonna just let that simmer for a second.
Yeah,
but-
fuck. It's fucking me up. It's kicking my ass.
All right, we'll go because that can work in the background.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
don't got a lot of time left.
Okay.
So what is something about Aaron from
Mm-hmm.
Pilot Jones
Type
that
beat.
people don't know
People don't know. That people don't know.
that you wish more people knew about you?
Oh, I'm a really chill guy, bro. It's been impressed upon me that
It's
I have
true.
an intimidating aura, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than once I've been told that I seem like unapproachable, or like something of the sort. But like, y'all, I'm not upset. I'm just depressed. You guys, like, it's just resting bitch face. I'm just anxious and sad about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not gonna bite you. You know?
That's good merch.
Is it?
I'm not upset. I'm just depressed.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Shirt coming.
Shirt coming.
Shirt coming. You guys. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. This is just my face. Just sometimes looks like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really sensitive. I care a lot. So when something doesn't go a certain way, like especially with this like performing shit with music, when it doesn't go a certain way, it takes me a while to get back to like regular to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Just
I'll
back
be
to baseline.
yeah, bro. Cause I'll be tight. I'll be fucking tight, bro. It's so silly, but I'll be tight, bro. I'll be tight as fuck. I'll be like, I ain't hit that note, bro. It sounded like trash, bro. I hate that. It's crazy. And then I'll sit and stew in that for like 15 minutes. But I'm doing better these days at like, you know, just kind of, bro, it happened, bro. It's whatever, bro. Like, it's whatever. It's too, I can't go back and change it. So like, I don't, whatever.
Do you have a process of like taking these things that you feel like you missed or some things that weren't to your satisfaction during performances and like sitting with them and trying to think, oh, how can I make sure that this happens the way that I want it to next time?
Yeah, I think it's I think Usually what I find is that my main strategy, or like my main thing, is just a focus, just knowing what it is I'm trying to focus on and making sure that I know that going into whatever it is I'm trying to do. If I ever go into a performance unfocused, there's usually consequences. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'm up there performing and then like I forget to shout out merch, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, forgot to shout out merch. If I don't engage with the crowd too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's usually because I'm thinking about something else, you know what I'm saying? So usually what I try to remember is to just, you know, get center before I go on stage and just enter into it from a clear, focused space. That usually helps me kind of remember the most things, you know what I'm saying? Remember the most things, hit the most marks, and then at that point, whatever marks I don't hit, it's like, well, I did the best I could, bro. I did the best I could, whatever.
And that's all you really can do.
Mm-hmm.
Just try your best.
You hear that, guys?
Just try your best at everything
try
that
your
you do,
best.
and then you can adjust later.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any words of encouragement for the people?
For the people,
Yeah.
stand on business. I said this in another thing. Stand on business, bro.
Yeah, define that. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, bro. Like, you probably have an idea or like something that it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? An endeavor that you want to pursue, bro. As long as it's not like harming anyone, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're not like, I'm gonna go out and murder 100 people. I'm not.
Stand on business then.
Oh, yeah, I'm not. Don't stand on that business. I'm gonna go fucking clothesline my girlfriend. Don't stand on that business, dude. But you know what I'm saying? Like with your creative endeavors, I'm just, you know, a lot of people are not. There's gonna be people who don't like necessarily believe in it, and that's not to say that they're malicious. It's just more so that they're indifferent. That shit can be really hard to work through as an artist, you know. Just indifference, you know what I'm saying? When you, like, for example, when I started, like, my music career, when I started, like, writing music, like, Fall is my most popular song, right? But there was a point where I was, like, shopping it around, like, and I had the demo, like, made it in, like, my mom, like, my basement, the fucking laundry room of, like, my apartment in East Orange, where I lived with my mom and my sibling. Fucking, yeah, I was shopping that shit around. And, like, no, but people didn't care. Like, they would listen to the song and be like, cool, how many followers do you have on Instagram? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just kept working on it. I kept working on the song because I believed in the song. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was a song I liked and I believed in the song. And so I just kept working on it, kept working it. And, you know, and now it's at a place where it's at like 250,000 plus streams just because I stood on that business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stood on business. Like, they were like, yeah, come back when you have 1,000 followers. I haven't talked to those niggas since, bro. I don't even know if they're still doing, if that studio is still up and running, bro. I mean, if it is, shouts out to that studio. I don't remember the name of it. Genuinely, I don't. But yeah, stand on business. Don't let people's indifference discourage you from what it is that you're trying to achieve, because it's worth achieving. You know what I'm saying? Just because people aren't up your ass about it, it's worth achieving. And when people do get up your ass about it, once people start to believe in it, don't settle for complacency, man. Fucking always strive to be better. Yeah, that's my advice.
That was great.
Thank you.
That's about what we have time for.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately.
Just a micro pod, bro. I'll be back in the same fit.
I wish we
You won't
had
even
more
know.
time.
You won't even fucking know, bro. I'll be back, same fit.
Same fit.
Same fit,
Same
hair.
day.
Same
even.
day, yeah.
And trans.
We're just going to actually take a 30-minute break and then go record the second half right now.
Yeah, we're just going to come back after rehearsal and just...
yeah. Hey, I don't have a job, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck, bro.
But
This is what I want to spend all my time doing,
Yeah.
is fucking shit that's oriented towards, like, you know, creative endeavors anyway. So
Well, you know how we said that we should leave on a cliffhanger so we can come
Yeah.
back on the next episode?
yeah.
How do you feel about One Piece?
Dun dun dun.
Come back next time.